Okay, so we can take this opportunity to sit quietly and direct our attention to our meditation object, and as we say today is day 4 of our practice session together, 9 days of Dhamma, and just recollecting the opportunity that we do have to practice the Dhamma. So often we view the world, view ourselves, view our practice from a perspective of lack. I'm lacking in enough good qualities. I'm lacking in enough insight. I'm lacking in enough mindfulness and peace. Or we viewing the world, looking through at the world in terms of what's missing, what's wrong, what's incomplete. And of course there's always a sense of frustration there. And so just to take the opportunity to pay attention in this present moment, and what am I actually lacking? And of course the rational mind can probably come up with pretty amazing lists of what you think you're lacking. But in reality, we have this body, and depending on our age, depending on our physical condition, it might be comfortable, it might be uncomfortable, but we have this body. We do have this life force, which is still here. And we can be aware of that. That's the basis of our awareness. And of course we have this mind that is capable of being aware, being alert, being present. And of course this mind can conjure up all sorts of emotions, feelings, ideas, projections, worries, fears, sources of joy and anticipation, but it's constantly changing and moving. But what we can do is be aware of that. We can be aware of the movement of mind, the nature of mind, the nature of the heart. And that's really where our place of well-being is. But it does take a certain investigation. Like, sometimes we try very hard to kind of force the mind into a place of trying to be mindful all the time, trying to be aware all the time, which is, I mean, that's not a bad thing. But are we alert? Are we present? Are we at ease? Does it satisfy? Because there's that especially if it's driven by a sense of lack, then we're always trying to, it's like trying to fill up some sinkhole that just keeps sinking. To view things through the sense of, this is, it's like Ajahn Chah used to, one of the ways that he used to define Dhamma, him asked him one time, what is Dhamma? And Ajahn Chah said, Dhamma is what is just right. It's sort of, okay, it's just right. It's just in balance. It's just, in Thai, it's in podi. Dhamma ku kwam podi. It's just right. It's just enough. It's not too much, not too little. It's just right. So that there's a sense of ease and well-being and clarity. And that doesn't mean that you've maybe got what you wanted, you won the prize, you whatever. It just means the mind is able to be present. It requires a certain investigation. And again, where we tend to either shy away from investigation, or we investigate by overthinking things, overthinking, overanalyzing, and it's not just right. Just playing with that balance as we're practicing. One of the, when we're reflecting on, one of the sets of teachings that the Buddha was kind of front and center of 7 factors of awakening, the 7 bojjhangas, which first one is mindfulness, second one is investigation of Dhamma. So that and that investigation, reflection, directing attention in a way that has a contemplative kind of bent to it. Because it isn't just trying to be so mindful that you're never going to think again. It's having that balance of mindfulness, awareness, attention, and a certain reflective quality on experience. That's a foundation of practice. It's a foundation of awakening. So as we begin our day, and we beginning with a sitting meditation, and the rest of the morning we'll have opportunity for walking meditation, another sitting period. Direct attention in a way that tries to get that kind of balance or just right quality of mindfulness and reflection. It's you using, say, just as an example, using the meditation object of the breath, directing attention to the experience of the breath as it comes in, and breathing in, as we breathe out, allowing the awareness and mindfulness to say gather around the sensation of the breath. And of course we're all going to experience it a bit differently. But sort of trust yourself to say that resting in awareness where it feels most comfortable. It could be at the tip of the nose, could be at the back of the throat, it could be in the chest area, it could be in the abdomen. It could be the whole, just the feeling of the whole body as we breathe in, as we breathe out. And there's no kind of absolutely right way of doing it, no absolutely right point of attention and awareness. There's a just right point. So that sense of just a just right quality of there's an alertness and a sense of reflective awareness that is able to just stay with the experience, and not by forcing, not by straining, but because it's interested. And it's interested in the experience, it's interested in the experience of well-being, in the experience of kind of an experience of spaciousness, interested in the experience of peace, and exploring that experience. So breathing in, being alert, being present, being reflective, breathing out, just allowing that alertness and presence to sustain itself. Or if the mind has started to wander, to lift it up again. Not out of, say, frustration or compulsion. It's just, that's the most soothing thing to be doing. It's the most interesting thing to be doing. That taking an interest in that rhythm of the breath, so that we're starting to learn from this simple awareness. We're learning about the habits of mind that we have. We're learning about the possibility of peace and clarity. Just taking this opportunity this morning to explore the meditation, and then to carry that through the day. We have a whole day of activities, of of meditation, of listening to Dhamma, of Dhamma conversation, and to allow that to inform our day, so we can take this opportunity to be present with this opportunity.